Hi, Kevin here. Thanks for spending time with me today. For an early dinner tonight, we're fixing a chicken tenders dinner. So the star of the show, obviously, are the chicken tenders, which have been marinating in buttermilk for the past 4 hours. As a side dish, I'm going to prepare Julia Child's recipe for glazed carrots. I'm also going to serve some rice. So let me move you over to the stovetop so we can get started on the dinner. All right, for the carrots, the first thing we need is 1.5 cups of water. And I'm putting this in a medium-sized saucepan. And then we need 2 tablespoons of regular granulated sugar. Yeah, this is a French style of doing carrots. Then we need a pinch of salt, some grinds of black pepper, and very important, 6 tablespoons of unsalted butter. And that may seem like a lot of butter to you, but this carrot recipe is really enough for 4 servings. Okay, I'm going to let this come to a boil and then I'll come right back. All right, this mixture has come to a boil, so just give it a quick stir. And then add the carrots. Now, this is 1.5 pounds of carrots that I peeled, halved, quartered, and then cut into 2-inch long pieces. In you go. Okay, then I'm going to cover the pot and lower the heat and let this come to a simmer. And what's going to happen is that the carrots will become tender and then the sauce will be reduced to a thick syrup. They're really delicious. There, I'm going to transfer this pot to the back burner so that I can maintain a soft or quiet simmer. And now we can move on to the chicken. All right, for the chicken, I'm going to put probably 2 cups of all-purpose flour in this little dish here. Sorry about the racket. I'm going to bread the chicken in the flour, but I'm not going to add any salt and pepper here because the sauce in which the chicken will eventually cook is going to be highly seasoned. And I do marinate the chicken in buttermilk because buttermilk makes the chicken extra tender. In other words, buttermilk is a great tenderizer. Lemon juice and vinegar are good tenderizers too, but they're too acidic and they tend to dry out the chicken. Buttermilk seems to have just the right amount of acidity, so it tenderizes without drying. Okay, then I'm going to flip these over. Hope you can see all right. And thank you so much for watching my cooking videos. If you'd like to see more of them, be sure to subscribe and to tap the little bell icon. The bell icon means that you'll receive notifications every time I upload a new video. Okay, let me get my skillet heated up here. All right, I've moved the carrots to this other burner so we can have more room here. And now, since I already added 6 tablespoons of butter to the carrots, I'm going to cook the chicken in coconut oil. Coconut oil is a very healthy fat. And, let's start with this much coconut oil. Just have to let this melt. A little more. Yeah, so the goal right now is to brown the chicken tenders. See. That's my cat. Oh yes, Tiger. I know, it's a miserable life, isn't it? You have all you can eat. You have toys to play with. You have Avery the dog. Okay. Here's the chicken. In it goes. And again, we're only going to brown the chicken. We're not actually cooking it at this stage. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's 5, 6. Yep, I guess I only had 6 pieces. Okay, when these get good and brown, I'll come back. What do you know? I had one more chicken tender in that bag of buttermilk. I'm going to add it now. Oh, look at this. Pieces are getting nice and brown, developing a very nice crust. Okay, we'll be back in just a minute. And I wanted to mention that this coconut oil is great for frying at moderate temperatures, like 350 degrees, but no higher than that. Okay, see you in a flash. All right, the chicken is nice and brown, so I'm going to transfer it to a pie plate. Oh, this is going to be a fabulous dinner. This was that last one that I had forgotten to add. Okay. Now we have to make a bechamel sauce. All right, it looks like I have about 4 tablespoons of coconut oil remaining in this skillet, so that's exactly what I need. Now I'm going to add 4 tablespoons of just regular all-purpose flour. What we're doing is making a roux. And then stir the flour into the oil. Now traditionally you would make this sauce with butter, but again I put so much butter in the carrots, well, I felt a little guilty using butter for the bechamel. And I think the coconut oil will work out just fine. As I said, the coconut oil is a healthy fat. I actually add it to my morning smoothies. Okay. And you just stir this around for about a minute so that you can cook the flour and get rid of its raw taste. And I do have 2 cups of half and half that I've heated in my microwave. You could use milk, you could use water, you could use stock, you could use white wine instead of the half and half. All right, we're ready to add the half and half. I'm going to boost the heat a little here. Yeah, heating the half and half in advance, this came right to a boil. So this is going to thicken very quickly. If I have my heat too high. Oh, it's lovely. It's a luxurious sauce. This is the mother of all French sauces. All right, and it might be too thick. I may have to thin this out with some water. But before I do that, I'm going to add some seasonings. Garlic powder. And onion powder. There's no exact, that's not my onion powder. Where is my onion powder? Hang on. Here's my onion powder. Yeah, no exact measurements for the seasonings. Just add them to taste. I also want to add some salt. And some grinds of black pepper. Give it a stir. Oh yes, I definitely have to add more liquid, which I will do right now. I'm just going to add water. One cup. Stir this around, let it come to a boil again. And I should mention that while I'm stirring, I'm also scraping up the stuck-on bits of chicken that were at the bottom of the pan. Those bits of chicken are caramelized and they are loaded with great flavor. All right, we are looking good here. Now, I need to return the chicken. We've been eating almost all of our meals at home. I decided it's just not worth going out to dinner for a mediocre meal at a mediocre restaurant and then paying $150 to $200 for that mediocre meal. Okay. Now I'm going to cover the skillet. I'm going to reduce the heat to low, and I'm going to let the chicken cook in the sauce for about 20 minutes, so we'll be back. All right, the chicken was actually done after just 10 minutes, so I'm going to give it a little sprinkling of parsley. This parsley is from my garden. I just minced it in the food processor. Here are the carrots. Look at how shiny they are, and oh man, are they fragrant. It's like perfume. And here is the rice. Now, what I do is make a huge quantity of rice and then I freeze it. So then I always have rice, not fries, but rice on hand. Okay, I'm going to put this on the plate and then I'll come right back. All right, here's the dinner on the plate. Mr. Fox is in New York City this week, so I am dining alone. And that's perfectly fine. I do not mind. So I did taste of the chicken. It is super tender because of the buttermilk marinade. It is super flavorful because of the bechamel and the garlic powder and the onion powder and the fresh parsley. Here are the carrots, which quite honestly could be a meal all by themselves. They are tender and just exquisitely delicious, okay? And for dessert, I'm having some of the strawberry ice cream that I made in the Vitamix blender last week. Yeah, I made a lot of it. So it keeps obviously really well in the freezer. And this is just a basil leaf. Basil and strawberry go very well together, I should add. And here's the leftover dinner. So this is enough for at least 2 more meals. Well, I hope you will give this dinner a try. And don't forget to subscribe and to tap the little bell icon to receive notifications. I really don't like saying that, but I have to, okay? And thanks so much for watching. I will see you next time, probably tomorrow. Okay, bye for now.